I hope you did stop video and played with tags and added a lot of your own tags and try to do something with this web page. Because now it's time to move forward and learn about CSS. I think that's correct, isn't it? So yeah, we did all the HTML bits very quickly. And now it's time to move into CSS and learn about that. So what is CSS? HTML tags only do representation on the screen just to give instructions what kind of elements are there. They are never meant for any designing or formatting. So for design and formatting, we need to use CSS. We need to explain for browser what kind of colors we want to use and how this text should look. Maybe we want 2 columns to add or something like that. For that reason, we use CSS. And I will start from very basic as well, as usual. And let's learn first how to, let's say, change colors and what it does. What is actually CSS? So CSS stands for cascading style sheets. But the basic idea is that you add some kind of CSS rules. Let's say like a color red for header tag or green for p tag. And then all the elements which has like a p tag, they would be colored green. But then if you write down a blue color for paragraph, the last one wins. So cascading is the last one wins. And we will see in a second how it works. So let's go back to editor. Let's start with this h1 tag. Let's add style property and inside here say color red and go here and refresh it. Here we go. You have red color for your header element and you can do some of the styling like that. That would really work, but that would be not very productive, would it? Because it's very hard to change because maybe you want to change font size as well. 16 pixels. So you want very small header. Here we go. Yes, you can do like that. You can add styles for each paragraph tag, div tag, and so on, but that's not very nice. So that's one way. Other way would be we can add style tag here, and in style tag we can now explain what we want to change. So we say, okay, I want every h1 tag have color red. Let's save it, go back. Here we go. We again having big title and color red. What is the benefit to writing styles like that? Let's say we want every p tag in different color. If you would use styles on a p tag, you have to go in every p tag on your page and maybe you have like 20 of them and write style. Or you can just go here, write p tag and then say, I want color green. Let's make color green, go back, refresh page, and now every p tag has color green. What happens to HTML? Well, that's an a tag. You wanted only green, the paragraph tag. So if you want h tags different colors like links, then you would use a tag and say you want color light blue. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, you so it's very light and very blue. That's the way how you can style your tags, and we will learn in a second how you can add classes and IDs to style something very different. But that's the first step how you can do styling. What else you can do with CSS? For each of those tags you can do a lot of things and there is a lot to learn. And let's open one website which will show you what you can do, and then you can start to play with your code and try to different things yourself as well. So let's open Google and let's search for CSS basics. MDN maybe. Yeah, here we go. And we can scroll down and you can actually scroll down and read through. So CSS is style sheet language and go through. And that's the best way to learn, really, to spend your time and read documentation. So this is how we did exactly, right? We found element and then we gave color red property to this element, how it should look. And there is the description about all this. So we have this selector, in this case paragraph, and then the property is color and value is red, and that's the declaration itself. And the best part, we can add multiple declarations for the selector. So you can go and read those. So here we go with example. So for paragraph tag, we can add color, width, and border. Let's try. Let's copy this one and add in our text editor. Let's go on here. Actually, and the question is, how do you think which color will win? The green one or the red one. Let's go back to our code, test page, and refresh it. And look what happened now. So we have border around every paragraph and red color. And why we have red color? Because red color came after green color. So specificity or cascading. So whatever comes last wins. And that's really, really powerful feature for CSS because you can use it in very interesting ways. So it's good if you learn that one. So let's go back to green. I just like green. So another interesting feature, you can grab multiple tags and add some same properties for them, which is again saving a lot of time. Let's say you want same color for multiple tags or same font size, so you can grab them all and define same properties, and you don't need to write for each of them. And there is a lot to read, so on and so on. But I hope you get the basic idea how you can change colors and everything. And now we can do something more interesting. It's okay to add style into your page, but again, it would be like if you're adding a lot of tags here, a lot of styles here, that would be very, very long page, right? And it would be better if we can separate one from other. So text is in one place and style in other place. So let's do that. Let's create our first CSS file. So first of all, we need folder, open folder. So I have the desktop and project. Where is my index file? I want to add this folder to my editor. Here we go. And now I have like project where I have one file, our index file. And now I want to create in there new file. And this new file would be, let's call it style CSS. So that's the name. And let's copy all the styles from here inside in that style CSS. Here we go. Now we can delete this one. And now we need to explain. So if we're saving this one and going back to our page and refreshing, we lost every styling. Why did we lost? Because we removed it. And we created new file, but we didn't explain where it is, right? So we need to explain for browser. For that, we will use link tag. And let's try to do like that, link and tab. Here we go. And now we have to explain where this style CSS lives. So we are in the same place. So we can add dot. And here we go. It already gives us possibilities. So we need this one. Let's save it, go back and refresh page. Hey, everything's back. All right, we are in a happy place. And now what happens really? So we can work on our HTML page, add more text here, but then in this page, we can simply add whatever styles we want. And that makes our lives much easier. So let's try to play with some more CSS and learn more what we can do with these colors and fonts and size and everything else, because this is really interesting and fun. I learn and play with colors and build your own designs. Okay, before we move forward, let's quickly recap what we learned so far. So we learned what HTML page consists of tags. Each tag has a specific role, and each tag we can style with CSS. That's basically all what you need for a website, really. Obviously, this is like a crash course, like intro course. So you know what there are tags, you know what there is CSS, and when you can add some styling. Obviously, there is a lot to learn, and I can't explain everything in a few minutes. But that gives you idea what you can do. And I will just give you some more hints on what is possible to do with CSS. So let's play a little bit around, yeah? And before I'm diving into page itself, I'll show you what you can do actually in a browser itself, which sometimes is quite useful. Let's say there's this div tag and you want to add some style to it. Let's go and do it. Let's add some padding. Let's say 1 rem. That's specific size. Then add border, 1 pixel solid purple, because why not? And let's add some shadows. Oh, first let's add some margin. Let's say another rem and box shadow. Here we go. You can play in a browser and add styles and everything else as well. So, and once you're happy, you can copy this one, like command copy or control C, and let's add here. Let's add div, open brackets, close brackets, save, done. Now if you refresh page, here we go. We just played around, added some silly styles and in a browser directly, and now we copied over. We are happy. Now let's add some border radius as well for full fun. Border radius 8 pixels. Here we go. Very nice, isn't it? Border radius 8 pixels. Save, refresh, done. Let's say you want those two elements together. Why not? Let's go into our HTML page. Let's grab this div and let's just copy paste and refresh page. Now we have two of them. And let's say we want them next to each other. How would you do that? I would wrap around them another div, like so. I would add class name because we need, oh, first of all, we something we broke here. Let's refresh document. First of all, we have some kind of width for this p tag, and we have to remove that one, I think. Otherwise it will break. So let's go to styles. Let's remove this width. Now what happens here? We defined styles for div tag. So we have div tag here, div tag there, but also we have div tag around. We don't want all the div tags having borders and all that. So that doesn't look nice, right? So let's remove. So what we can do, instead of giving these stylings for all divs, let's give some kind of class name, box, let's say. And this is something new. So we can create class names, CSS class names, which we can use on top of element. And now what we can do. So if we refresh page now, we will lose all styles, nothing. If we're coming back and we add here class and box. So remember, in style, we added dot box, which is, here we go, that is element class box, selector specificity, oh, everything is written here. Now, if we refresh page, there we go. The one style is back. So let's add to another one. Another div has class box. So we are back where we needed to be. And now we want something different here. Let's call it like a wrap around it. At the moment, there won't be any change because we need to add some class. So let's go and add wrap. And what we want to do. Now we need to add something which will make those class to be together. And let's do just like that. Display flex. That's another interesting property. And here we go. Now we have two boxes next to each other. As you can see, with CSS styling, we can not only style elements and give colors and size, but also we can change how to display those elements, where to put those elements. And there is a lot to learn. There is a lot to go through. Really go and monkey around and play with colors, add some shadows. For example, you can each box separately with different background color, yellow. Here we go. And so on. Oh, by the way, background color. Do you remember the start of the course? Let's open what we want to build in the end. So remember what we wanted to do at the beginning. So we wanted to build this color mixer. So let's grab this line now. Background image. Do we like it? Yeah, we like it. let's go to test page and let's add into our box like so. And let's refresh page. You see, I promise, but we will use it sometimes. So here we go. Now we use background color, gradient. And if we want to change, then all we have to do is click here. Let's do something slightly different. Very light, maybe lighter even. Like so. Yeah, okay. Let's copy this one back to our code and replace this line with this line. Save it back and refresh. There we go. So that's how you change. And yes, I do not expect that you understand straight away everything, but I hope you got a basic idea about HTML tags and what kind of tags there are, and there are CSS and how to add CSS to your elements. So basically how to change the view of the element, color, size, and so on. And then you can use Google and just, let's see what we can find in Google. Basic CSS. Here we go. There is, for example, W3 schools, and you can go through and see there is a loads of examples and everything. So CSS syntax, selectors, backgrounds, borders, everything. Go around, monkey around, play with that. Positions, very important bit, by the way. That's all practice. Just add and monkey around, and you can do it through the code, or you can do it directly into your website and just click on any tag, start to play with that. And now we will move to the last part where we actually will start to build our color mixer.